Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. This is my version of a camouflage cube. I was waiting for a camouflage to arrive, so I decided in the meantime bandage my 4x4 to imitate the camouflage movement. Of course you can see that there used to be a 4x4 in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4x4 cube I didn't use very often, so decided to bandage it to make it look like a camouflage cube. The behavior is exactly the same. It's slightly easier because of course it's not camouflaged. What camouflage cube does is exact same bandage except extend this one slightly wider, so that one is the same width as this one, and of course extend that one further so it will look like a 3x3. If you look at it carefully you can see it looks like a 3x3 but behaves differently. The main difference between this and camouflage is when you turn that, it still keeps its cubic shape, while a camouflage cube doesn't because of its extensions. Makes it easier to spot because of course you can see which cube belongs to which one and how to put it together reasonably. In this video what I want to go through is the way you should be sold and the algorithm to use it. When it comes to camouflage, of course the colors are a bit more important to identify which one to do first, but hopefully in another video we'll go through that. To begin with, solves like a 2x2 because them two it always moves. They will move for now until the bandaging gets in the way and then you can't solve them. So for now I'm just gonna mix this up and start on a solution. But before we do that, bear in mind we have one big cube there and they're exactly opposite of the smallest one. Of course in between those they are bandaged together, so you have a tile cube or a bar. There is another tile, two tiles there and another bar is there, so in fact it is cornered on that, expanded both ways. So these are bars, that's bar, well they are no. Okay, now to mix this, it's a bit tricky to mix, but just bear that in mind. We'll go through the algorithm to mix them, see how you're gonna get around that. So we'll start with just that. Now what that algorithm does, it rotates a corner, so I'm gonna go through it slowly to make sure you understand what goes on. So it starts with down, across, up, cross, down, back and up, and that will rotate this block. If you bear in mind, if you look at it, it's that way around. Yellow is on the side. I want to bring the yellow up, so I want to rotate that anti-clockwise rotation. So it'll be down, cross, up, bring that back, down, cross, up. You see it just brought that back. Yeah, so let's do that one more time. Another block, look at that one, that's on the top. I want a clockwise rotation, so it'll be down, cross, up, bring it back, down, cross, up, bring it. Now if I want to take it back, so the clockwise rotation is the reverse of this, so it's down, now across the opposite direction, and up, move it out of the way, down, cross, up, and take the book back. Do it one more time. So a clockwise rotation will be down, cross, up, bring it back, down, cross, up. Right, so these are the rotation of each corner. You can do that in any of the corners and it'll rotate the block for you. To be able to mix this, basically you just mix the cube up and rotate the corner and then mix it up again and rotate the other one. Now to be able to keep mixing these up so and the bandaging doesn't get in the way, you need to keep an eye on these lines. So if you bear in mind, that's blocked. So if I rotate this and that bar stands up there, like for instance in that way, that gets in the way, that will not turn. So what you need to do is just bear in mind how the lines are rotated, so you always have a line across all the way so they can be mixed. So I've brought this across. If I turn that, that will get in the way. So you're better off moving it to somewhere else that they still have an existing line, and that line has to turn that way for it to stay on line. So I will rotate it a clockwise rotation, and I still can mix that. Again, come in there. If you look at that, that cannot be done. Whichever way I turn that, it will not mix. That exists, but that's in a way. That exists, and that's in a way. So I cannot really mix these together. So I need to move that to somewhere else, like here. Then I can say, okay, that is not movable, but that it can be broken apart by rotating it anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise goes down, across, up, bring it back, down, across, up, then I can turn that. Okay, so after done that a few times, of course you can still see bars there. So if I want to break that up, I have to line that up with something that has a center line, like that one. Of course that'll be pointless because it matches these up, so I'll look for something else there that can line up. So in that case I need to rotate that clockwise, which is down, tuck in, up, across, down, tuck in, up, and that will break the rhythm. Because now I've got them two I want to break up, or them two I want to break up, so I will rotate that clockwise. So clockwise, down, tuck in, up, down, tuck in, up, and that will break them two up. Yeah, so we keep doing that. Of course all of that what I did, it just makes the top of the bottom still left intact. So from time to time it's advisable. So for instance, that's a very big block and it's not easy to mix. So if I move that across to mix up with that one and swap one of these two, so move that out of the way, bring it down and take it up, then I can mix that one up with something else. Of course now I've got the mixture in there. That cannot be mixed, it's a one piece, but that can. So I'm gonna mix that with another block, let's say that one, swap it with that one. So down, across, up, now that comes into my mixture group. Of course now I want to break these two up. I have an existing line there, so if I rotate that clockwise, down, tuck in, up, cross, down, tuck in, up, and that will break up. Yeah, I still have this. I'll look into that in a minute and find it up. I have that, I don't want that together, so I will mix that up a little bit. Now I have those. I'm looking at the bottom, they're still matched, so I'll bring that into play with switching it. Of course in the way it is, it can be mixed. I need to rotate it. Rotate it, and I can split them up. Again, them two are matched, so I want to break that up. So if I do this, oh, I have an existing line all the way across. So we're turning this clockwise, tuck in, cross, and then I can break them two up. But gradually, one at a time, if you look at that, it's starting to mix up. The top is fairly mixed up, so this is fairly mixed up cube. I can mix that up completely with doing a 2x2. And what we were mentioning before, see, none of these move. The only way that will move is a 2x2. So this is a 4x4 bandaged as a camouflage cube. A little bit easier than a camouflage, but still the algorithms will be identical to be able to mix. And I will come back to you in the next video to show you how to solve this. Thank you for watching this.